Hello guys, welcome to In 5 Minutes. In today's video, we would be understanding I/O management. This time, we would be talking about transmission techniques. Transmission techniques involves three basic ways. First, called Simplex. The second one, called half duplex. And the third one, called full duplex. Let's go one at a time. Simplex. As the name suggests, simple. It does mean it can communicate only in one direction. In normal words, it simply means that a simplex device can either only send or only receive. Let's try to take an example what devices can fall under this. Come on, think about it. Your mouse. For the obvious reason, mouse is a normal window and a pointing device. When you move mouse, you will see your pointer moving around. But reverse not possible. Similarly, another, speaker. Speakers can only provide output, no input. Similarly, the third type is none other than your keyboard. Keyboard which we use, whenever type, it will tend to get you all the result on screen. But reverse, doing something on screen will not trigger anything on the keyboard. These are the basic device, or this is a basic transmission technique and most simple, hence called simplex. It can only get you data or only can allow you to send data. So basic way to remember, simplex is a simple one directional communication. Second type of communication is half duplex. In this transmission technique, one can do both. It means can send or receive, but at any given time can send or receive only. This does mean that whenever allowed, it can only allow you communication in one specific direction. If it is sending, it can only send. If it is receiving, it can only receive. It cannot do both at the same time. The most easiest way of understanding this would be a traditional walkie-talkie. If you have seen walkie-talkie, also known as push-to-talk service, they tend to have a speaker and a small mic at the bottom. They have a push button. If we press this button, you can send. If you release, you will listen. Consider two walkie-talkies separated kept. Now, when one has pressed the lever, this is acting as a sender. Another has not pressed, so will act as a receiver. So in this way, the communication, which is a wireless, is happening from here to here. The moment the first person releases and second person presses, consider where this has pressed and this has released the switch. Now this will act as a receiver and this will act as a sender. So half duplex communication is a communication where one can send or receive, but any given time sending or receiving can only be done. We can add one thing, not both. That means both the things cannot be done at the same time. It is good communication, but the biggest negative factor when it comes to half duplex communication, no natural communication. Now what do you mean by no natural communication? This simply means that whenever we talk about communication, think about if two individuals communicates with the same way. When you talk to your friend, you don't take turns, you just talk. So this destroys natural form of communication. So we build one more thing. What exactly? Let's see next. The next type of communication technique or transmission technique is full duplex. What exactly full duplex is gonna be? In full duplex communication, a device can send or receive at same time. This simply means simultaneously. Consider your modern phones. When you communicate with your friends using your phones, understand one thing. None of us stop. We both speak. Especially consider a scenario where both are fighting. Let's say we have person 1, we have person 2. Both would communicate with each other without any break. That means sometimes this will act as the sender, the other will receive without taking any time. It may happen that they change the role and this time This would act as a sender and this would be receiver. That means allowing sender and receiver to communicate in either direction simultaneously. This is the best form of communication and requires good amount of data transfer with good amount of bandwidth needs. Okay guys, so as we said, we have three techniques. Simplex, which allows you only one direction communication, used with devices only for input or only for output. Half duplex, which can perform send receive both, but at any given moment in time only one communication. Full duplex, which can allow you to send and receive that too simultaneously. These are the best form of devices, would require more hardware but are considered to be the best. So thanks for watching this video guys. See you soon.